What is up, guys? We are back. Peach Fuzz Season 2, Episode 7. And we are 3 weeks into the season. How we feeling?
Good. I mean, good to get back to good weather. Week 3 kind of threw us a little curveball. We were cruising for the first couple weeks with like some perfection weather weeks to start the year, which usually never happens. And then they're like, oh yeah, here's brutal cold on Monday. Nobody gets to play baseball. I mean, Avery showed some guts out there and got out there to see the Gatewood boys in the frigid, I think it was like 38 or maybe even colder that night. But
Wind chill was brutal.
yeah, and then we get rain on Thursday. So yeah, that part stunk. But yeah, good baseball. Another good, healthy, good weather week of GDC. So that was cool. But yeah, feeling good, man. Glad to be ready for
good.
region play here.
We can we can all take a bit of a deep breath. You know, these next once we finish Rising Stars All State, which we'll touch on real quick here in a second, that we just finished up today. It's all high school baseball for 2.5 months. With really nothing interfering, and it's just like put the head down, get the schedules made, and get out to games. So exciting to get things rolling from that perspective. Just real quick, I didn't even mention it before we got on, but yeah, Rising Stars preseason All State was awesome today. Had around 65 or so kids, 2030s, 2031s. Always good to see those guys. Always good to build the list, and like I told them before, we had 25 sitting at that same very event that are now starting in the SEC and in minor league backfields right now in spring training. So It's fun. It's a fun process, fun to follow those guys. But got to mention Brian Johnson Jr. Kind of insane.
I mean, it's different. I mean, you don't really see that kind of tools and frame. 6'2", 200 pounds. Of a true 14 years old, losing Avery already.
Just got a notification that said Avery is not recording.
No, we knew we lost him, so that one there. But yeah, he ran a 6.82, was 88 from the outfield. I walked over. I was running a different field today, but like I knew he was like getting in line, so like I wanted to go over and check out some BP, and I like walk over, and he goes 101.
The very first ball.
Yeah, 101, 393 onto the next field, and like the entire dugout was full of kids behind me, and it was like an audible, just like, oh, this is just insane here, and proceeded to smack some other balls and just really put it all together. We saw him a few months ago back in the fall at an Athens Rising Star event, but it was kind of a different animal today. I know he's playing varsity ball in the academy this spring, so got the tool set to do that. I know he hopped on the mound. I think was up to 85 as well on the mound, so. Kind of did it all today. Really filled the ticket of what it looks like at that age. I mean, granted, not everybody's gonna look like that at 14, but when it does, it kind of stands out. And he made sure of that today.
Yeah, awesome kid too. Good to get him at that event. Just running through a couple more names. We got another Bauer in the mix. Another
Knox,
Pope Greyhound pipeline.
That's what I was saying.
More Hembry Road grown, as Coach Turco says. So Knox looked good. Good to see him. Good little 6'4" group there with him and Chase Hammond. I guess he has twin brother, but was sick. Who else? Just running through a couple more of these. We're still kind of going through some videos.
Bryce Roberts looked really good as well out of Calhoun. Took some really powerful hacks, was driving balls to the pull side. Almost put a couple out. Miguel Santana Gray looked good everywhere. Looked good behind the plate, looked good taking infield, really hit well in BP, kind of put it all together for one of the best all-around days we had today.
Yeah,
I mean, we had a really good group, man.
Mark Sanders was a guy I really liked. He was over on my field.
Oh, yeah, put a good infield together as well.
Really athletic. Funny enough, both of those guys we just mentioned headed to Buford in a year.
The pipeline grows there as well.
Miguel's 2031, actually.
Yeah.
So really good day for him there. But yeah, excited to learn this next class, this next wave of players in the state, and had a good mixed bag of Cherokee County kids, Metro kids, couple South Georgia guys.
South Georgia, yeah, we had some South Georgia love in there as well. A couple of Lowndes pipeline guys coming through, which was cool to see.
Yeah, good day there. Maynard Jackson, what was his name? Little 2031. He was on my field, but dude, he had some quick hands. Abrion Trotman, Maynard Jackson boy. So another guy headed there. But yeah, outside of that, Rising Stars was a lot of fun. Always good to see the next up and coming guys in the Peach State. But from there, we kind of missed on it last week, which we were a bit scrambled. But a little Power 25 talk. We, as you guys know, we're running classification rankings on Monday, and then we'll jump into Power 25 on Tuesday. Had a couple misses last week. Just the week got crazy. We missed a couple here and there. It's gonna happen, but try to be on point as much as we can. But you got to start with North Paulding getting two over Etowah at the top here to kick off region play. What about that?
Yeah, and to split it, to take one at Etowah, and then obviously you got to win, get two at your place is obviously a big advantage there. But to split that with a hungry team, you're going to get a team looking for victories over Etowah and still take one. We've seen this North Paulding team be extremely gritty already this year. They came back against Harrison early in the year in a really big game and won that one late. The lineup's deep. They have a bunch of guys that have started in that lineup for years, and they're missing two big pieces right now from that team. That's shouldn't be understated as well with Wesley Mooring and Luke Dolson, who are going to provide huge impact for that team once they get back. So winning these games early in the year against these big teams without those guys is only going to help this team grow in confidence and just leadership around that whole squad, just knowing they can do it at a high level at this time. So it's hard to count the Wolfpack out, man. Coach Richardson has that squad ready. We're high on them every year, and it's hard to look past these. And they do this to themselves. They test themselves every year with this early season gauntlet of games. Obviously, this is region play, but before region, they went through it. I know they faced BT, obviously Harrison, a few other big games in there as well. So they really test themselves to get ready because I think this is the first. I think it's region opener every year for them, I believe, or close to it.
That's what I was about to say. First year, I guess, with this region schedule last year, looking at these, I'm like, Cherokee opened up with Wheeler. Kind of same old. But, man, they jumped right into Walton this week, which is kind of 1-2-3 punch there. But, Cherokee's playing well. Can't count them out. That series at the end of the season between Cherokee and North Paulding could always come down to it. But then you get North Paulding grabbing Fellowship, Lovett, and Holy Innocents in their off week. So playing some legit private school guys.
Yeah, no cupcakes, man. Just going to test themselves always.
And it's always good to get a couple wins against a team like Etowah because it somewhat saves yourself if you run into a bump in the road, down the road. It gets you that advantage with the 2-game, with the winning series win over those guys later in the year if something does pop up. But yeah, any other standouts? North Oconee looked awesome. At Georgia Dugout Club, they keep running out guys that are just we didn't really know about. Going into the season, we knew it was Wyatt Bull, Ryan Trout, Will Richardson, and then they run out, I guess, 2 or 3 arms that we really hadn't seen. Davis Robinson was awesome in his start, up to 87.
Burke Seagraves as well was up to 82, another uncommitted 27.
That was the lefty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, they just got the pieces, and that lineup is it's just mature as it gets, to be honest, with Dykes and O'Mara leading the way. You got a couple other pieces.
Peyton Little in there.
Yeah.
Carter Moon continues to set the tone at the top. He's just barrel seated there. He uses the whole field. He's always on base. They just continue to just move the line with that team. Everybody hits. There's, I think, 5 or 6 lefties in that lineup, so it's always going to be a tough out as well. Then you stick Dykes in the middle there with a big power bat, right-handed, that just doesn't swing and miss, and it doesn't miss mistakes at all. Like Powerball's backside 102 this week, went pull side with a couple powerful barrels as well. So the lineup's deep, and they can hit a fastball for sure.
Yeah, I always had a good feeling about him. I'll never forget, really when we first started, I guess, knowing him, maybe freshman, sophomore year, dude's posting front squats in a little bitty tight space in his garage with metal weights, front squat and 3 bills. And I'm like, all right, yep. This kid's got a work ethic. He's going to be okay.
Yeah, and now he looks like a freak and just hitting the balls 100+ all over the field. Doing handstands in the game, so just a freaky athlete too with all this strength as well. So
side note, I put it in the group chat, but Ethan Williams put on a athletic display after their win.
That's right.
Doing like 3 or 4 back handsprings into a layout into a complete full. So that was impressive to see. The dude's bouncy. We've seen him a ton, but that was cool to see. Back to the Power 25. Pope's rolling, gets the sweep. Hoko's finding their groove. Buford drops one to McKeitrim, but looking good. Who else we got? Man, Cherokee Bluff looks really good. We'll talk about them probably in GDC a little bit, but they're a little bit deeper on the mound than I thought with Braden Couch. That's a huge piece for those guys. But the lineup 1 through 9, you can do some damage for sure.
I mean, seeing Couch in that 2-hole all weekend was impressive.
Unreal.
To see.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks like baby KT Thompson.
Yeah,
like they just kind of just reinserted KT back in the lineup. I know. So like, bat speed's there, lefty bat. He's wearing 14. Playing center field, can go get it. Just showing a lot of tools and maturity at this young age. Obviously, we saw him last year we were at random event before we headed up to Super 60. When we get this 5'8" lanky lefty who could do both, spin it really well on the mound. He hopped on the mound this past weekend, goes 5 inning complete game in a run rule, strikes out 5, showing a curveball, fastball mix. Curveball's kind of disgusting. It's 12-6 with a ton of depth. Was getting swing and miss whenever he feels like it, but it was a lot more mature of a profile than I expected to see at this time of the year. I wasn't expecting to see him in the 2-hole. I wasn't expecting to be out there and go out there and give you 5+ on the mound as well. So great for him to see. He has a ton of support in that dugout as well. I mean, everything that he got posted on was retweeted by every teammate he's got. So pretty cool to see that. So obviously he's growing in spades on that team. Obviously they've been producing some young guys over the last few years. So I think they got a good one there with Couch.
Yeah, and they're excited about that 29 class too with him, Connor Cox.
Yeah, he got some time this weekend as well.
Yep, and then Bruns. What's Bruns' brother's first name? Jake, little brother.
Jake.
Jake. Nice. Yeah. So good stuff there from Bluff. We'll probably see them shoot up the ranks here, especially in classification, but also Power 25. Pickens is still rolling. You'll probably touch on them a little bit as we get into week 3. But yeah, outside of that, kind of some other teams doing the same old. We'll probably get a couple new teams in the mix this week. Locust Grove is still rolling. Got out to see them. We had a guy out to see them last week. Liam looked good. Jameer Johnson went off. So good start for those guys. Morgan County, I think they dropped to Noonan. So that was their first loss. North Hall got an exciting series with GAC coming up. North Cobb Christian's looking good. But yeah, Power 25's kind of starting to fill its way out. Some definitely teams can come up and down a little bit. Maybe a couple new guys in the mix. But yeah, we'll see how it shakes out on Tuesday. Stay tuned for
a lot of movement already in the first 3 weeks, which is awesome to see. I mean, I kind of felt like this was the year the state was as open as it's ever been in the last few years.
Yeah.
So we're kind of seeing it early. Teams are losing some. Teams are showing some pieces. Teams are losing some pieces. I mean, not even to unfortunate reasons. Obviously, with BT going forward, losing their ace for. Going to be probably a month plus with the World Baseball Classic, which is pretty insane to say in its own right. So. Shout out to Joseph and his whole family for that opportunity. I know he's heading out, I believe, this week for that. So, yeah, how do they replace that for the next month heading through region play? Obviously, that's going to be huge to see. There's a ton of storylines there. Obviously, young guys to step up. That pipeline we've talked about a ton. So, getting those 27s and 28s a chance to get out there and earn some innings on the mound is going to be huge for them to really make it through region play and remain one of these top 5 teams in the state.
Yeah, definitely. And that lineup will piece it together, but definitely need some guys to step up on the mound. All right, I think that's good for little Power 25. Like I said, that'll come out on Tuesday. Classifications dropping typically right around 11 o'clock on Mondays is when we drop those. I was wondering if we should switch, if we should make private their own classification. I kind of forgot about that they do that and put them in their own playoff.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if we need to make an audible and throw another one in there for that one, for the 1A, but because that that group is so fun, to be honest. Gordon Lee, Vidalia, Bremen, Wesley, and Perrin, Kingsridge. There's so many good ones in there. So might need to make an audible on that. Let us know what you think there. And I kind of forgot about that. But yeah, week 3, hated to lose Avery. Anybody who works for Windstream, please let's get Avery hooked up. Let's get some internet in there.
Or Starlink, anything fun.
Yeah, true. Starlink.
Yeah. Starlink, yeah, we can get him right. Just we need to have him on the podcast. He's got 4 weeks of thoughts. I know he's got stewing in his brain. I talk to him daily, so I know he has
every single day besides one.
And he couldn't go to that one. Like the day I missed, he was still there. Like we were talking when we got on here, the Gatewood game. It was legitimately freezing, and he was like about it. We left that day when we were in Dublin, and I was like, "Yeah, this is going to be absolutely brutal tomorrow." And he's like, it'll be all right." And he's sending me like the most bundled up pictures throughout the night. But he did it, man. It was a good game. Obviously, good to see Lawson Moore and those boys early. I don't want to steal his thunder on that, but yeah, good to see that team. A lot of those 28s that we've been following for the last few years that are getting a chance to really beat. Yeah, Big Jaden Moss, Connor Meacham as well. They got a ton of guys that we've seen just grow into these big time pieces that are going to be the main guys for the varsity squad this year. So pretty cool to see that early in the year. I know he was fired up to get down there and do that. And yeah, I'll be starting my South Georgia trend here in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'll be down there a couple times. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, jumping in for me, light week kind of for me this week, just with Dugout Club and all. But Hebron versus GAC was a fun one at Coolray. I kind of totally missed the boat on West Forsyth and Norcross being there before. Caught the tail end of that. It ended in walk-off fashion. But Hebron versus GAC, love that Hebron lineup. Super young. You had Dallas Rice on the mound going for him. I think Dallas and Dimitri are kind of the lone seniors in that lineup. But good matchup there against GAC. Kind of back and forth. GAC jumped out to an early lead. Pierce Wilson is destroying the ball this spring to start the spring. You know, I've seen 3 doubles at this point. I see more doubles whenever they post their stats after games. But just kind of freak athlete, to be honest. He's a big-time football guy. Really good catch and throw behind the dish. But he looked good. Coons was good at short. I think he was on base all 4 times on the night. Came in to close it out. Had some tough luck. Hebron battled, but looked good on the mound as well. Austin Dowdy kind of stole the show for Hebron, though. He two backside knocks within the first 2 pitches, and one was to take the lead earlier in the game, and then the final one was to walk it off. And they were doing all this with 2 outs. Brody Lewis looked awesome. 2 backside barrels for him. Competed on the mound. Gus Steve hit some of the biggest big league pops I've seen in a high school stadium in a while. They were like big league pops for real. He was just missing. He ended up lining out to center later in the game. Had a really good swing there. But yeah, those 4 for me look really good. Griffin Treadwell had a big knock. Kind of 6'3", 6'4", just kind of giant, to be honest. Swung it really well. Missed that. That was the only the only video I missed of the day. But smoked one pretty much to the wall in right center in Gwinnett, which is no joke.
No, the ball does not fly there.
Yeah, really fun game there. Kind of crosstown rivalry. Austin Kitchings was in the mix for Hebron, so that was good to see him. Played some outfield, jumped into the infield. Tyler Rogers had a good game. Forgot about him. Had 2 knocks. Played short. Lineup. Yeah, it's a fun lineup for sure, especially with Dimitri in the middle, and then you got Dallas Rice as well. So fun one for me in Gwinnett. Score Atlanta did a good job putting those little tournaments together, which I kind of didn't realize it was them, but regardless, good stuff. Just kind of unique matchups we don't always get to see.
Yeah. Yeah, I started my week heading out to Rockmart for the first time. It's kind of a miss on my part. A team that's been in the mix for a state championship the last couple of years, obviously winning it last year. Good to get out there and see them facing some out-of-state competition early in the year. Stony Brook, a pretty well-known team from New York, was down here for a few days playing some Georgia competition. Their coach has some Georgia ties, so they don't get baseball till April, so getting down here and seeing some live ABs against different competition is exciting for them. But man, it was good to see Trey Luke for the first time in a while. Looks way more physical than we've seen him in a long time. Showed a ton more bat speed. Went first pitch, pull side home run in the game to really set the tone. And I was like, well, that was. I walked up when I got there and I noticed that he just looked a lot more physical than I had seen, and then just see it on in display instantly was pretty good to see. Excuse me. Nealon looked really good behind the plate, physically as well. Put on a show in BP before the game. Gage Campbell was awesome on the mound at the plate. Was throwing like carry fastballs at 88, 90 throughout the top and like blowing it by guys. Struck out Aiden Ruiz, who's probably maybe the toughest at bat in the country. I think right now.
I saw that quote tweet somebody put on there.
Yeah, I mean, like,
what they say. Somebody put a funny quote tweet on.
Oh yeah, like it's just like everybody's like favorite quote about him in the Northeast is that little effort. Like he did it so last year he came down for Battle for Bartow and he gave Sharman maybe the most difficult at bat. It was 10 or 12 pitches. Sharman was literally throwing the whole bag at him. He just kept fouling it off, and like
how big is he?
He's maybe 5'8", and then he shortens up extremely small with 2 strikes. So like the zone's nowhere to be found. So you just can't beat him in the zone. But in this at bat, he went 10 pitches and then went backside off the wall. The Charmin AB went 102 pull side off the wall for a triple. So like the kid just takes impressive ABs, but to see Campbell get that strikeout to lead off the game was pretty cool to see, and I know it fired him up for a good outing that night.
He's been a fun one to follow. He's really made some big jumps over.
Yeah, it's just 2-way committed as well, I believe.
Shorter
was it? Shorter, yeah. As in a 2-way role, so gonna get a chance to be able to pitch and hit there as well. So I mean, happy for him, happy for that squad. I mean, they're gonna. It's a lot different team than we've seen in the last couple of years, but the pieces are there to make a run. Obviously, they're gonna compete with those guys at the top. The three senior leadership right there kind of can carry any team. So good to have that back and good to see them early in the year.
Yeah, definitely. I know. I want to. Avery's week was lighter, anyways.
Yeah, I did go to Pickens as well this week to see.
Oh yeah, that's right.
AJ put on a show. Seems to be his favorite thing to do out there. It's the hospitality and the experience going out to Pickens for a game is fantastic. It might be, and I'm willing to try whatever, but the best concessions in Georgia. They will be stoked about that. They feel the same way, but like from top to bottom, the concession menu and quality is elite. They're quick about it. They're really friendly behind there. It's just a good experience every time. But again, get to the baseball here. AJ
went one of the restaurants down the street. I know there's a couple local.
I'm sure I'm like barbecue fries, fried Oreos. I'm telling you, it's got all the goodies that you wouldn't expect at a ball field. So it kind of fires me up.
Undefeated too, concession undefeated on the field, undefeated in concessions.
Yeah, and they keep doing it, man. Yeah. And
AJ to the Dragons.
Shout out to the Dragons. But yeah, AJ was AJ. Up to 94. Had probably about 20 plus scouts there as well to come see him on a chilly night in Jasper, where it's probably always 10 degrees colder than it is everywhere else. I think he had 13 strikeouts on the night, I believe. I can go back. Or 12 and 22. Yeah, it was 12 and 22 whiffs going back and thinking about it. But yeah, just was beating guys with the fastball. The cutter looks better than it's ever had before. He's throwing a changeup now that scouts were like, well, this has got a chance to be a plus pitch down the line. Like, it's throwing right on right with dive. Like, kind of whenever he wanted it. Was throwing it first pitch at guys. Just a new weapon that we haven't seen with him. Obviously, he's been one of the better spins. He was up to 2,900 in this one, but like having that where I think he got down to 1092 was the lowest I had from him on the night. So to kill spin from a 2,500 fastball to that is crazy, and it's going to be able to equalize a ton of guys that are sitting fastball on him. That's going to be hard to do. The efforts came down a lot. He's just showing a ton of pieces that were just the little things that are standing out for guys at the right time. So good to see him. He stacked together 2 or 3 really good outings already this year. And he had 2 hits on the night. Went backside double and a pull side single. That whole lineup just continues to hit. You mentioned Ortho Coney 1 through 9. Like 3A, I don't know if there's a deeper lineup from 1 through 9. Like you have a guy like Jennings Allen, like I wrote him up this week. You have him playing in the 7 hole. He could lead off for 70% of the teams in 3A, probably, or all of the teams in 3A. Like, it's bat the ball, he gets on base, he runs, it's plus defense at short. So, the the embarrassment of riches they have in this lineup. Boogie Lowett just continues to hit. Cam Jenkins, Christian Starks is hitting. Like I mentioned, AJ in there as well. Robert Turner at the top. The Grubbs brothers are both getting a chance to play. Seeing Everett getting a chance in left field is huge. Because there's a ton of juniors and seniors on this team that doesn't even get a chance to play. So seeing the sophomore get a chance of getting in there, take quality at bats is good to see. But yeah, man, that Troop North Hall Pickens trio right there.
I was actually just about to say that because I was looking at Troop to see who they played this week. I was about to say
me and Avery just keep having that conversation just because like they stack up.
Bluff. Don't forget about Bluff.
I keep forgetting Bluff's 3A now. They were 4 when I first, and they switched to 3A. That's right. So. Yeah, the good baseball. That's going to be probably one of the best battles going down the stretches, though, man. If we can get any combination of those guys in the Elite Eight or the Final Four, it would be exciting baseball for sure.
Yeah, and then you get Jefferson and Peach County playing good baseball right behind them too. So
it's good,
Peach,
man.
I think they won their pool this week for GDC. So exciting stuff in 3A there. Anything else week 3? Touch on before we jump to GDC?
No, I had FOMO on Thursday, even though there was like no games. It was like pouring outside the house, and I was like, "Oh, it's got to be somewhere." I'm like texting you about Lake Point, and there's just no shot there was going to be any baseball. So yeah, this was kind of a lighter week for us, but GDC was good. Yeah, another good turnout there.
Yeah, we'll jump into that. Electric game. We'll just kick things off on Friday night between Jefferson and Habersham Central. We kind of named it the game of the day. I think that's somewhat of a rivalry. But anyways, got chippy towards the end, and Lake Point After Dark kicked in, and you get a 9-inning thriller. But in the 7th, Jefferson was chasing 4 runs, top 7, and I should have got his name. Let me get his name so I give him some love for bringing it within 2. Senior for them, Sims, I believe. But had some back and forth, which always gets things going. Crowd was in it. Habersham's always, in it. Their crowd always travels well. I saw them in the playoffs last year against Noonan. Jefferson's the same way. Strong program there. We saw a ton of games with them in the past with Eston and all. But let me make sure. Jackson Sims had a huge knock. Double in the gap to bring them within 2, and then you get Landry Bowling, freshman, 25, future gamer for us. First pitch leaves the yard. The place erupts, ties the game in the top of the 7th, and
rocking the All-State headband as well, which was cool to see.
Yeah, that was a good hit.
Yeah, I saw some cool photos of that, of him rocking that, so that kind of fired me up, and just seeing those in the wild was awesome to see. But that was a cool moment. You kind of called it in the group chat. We were chatting, like, hey, Landry's coming up with a chance to do it, and like, it might have been like a minute and a half later. It was like, oh, he did it, and then sends the best video we've seen all day.
Yeah, so that was fun. That was a fun way to start the week. Went into the 9th, and then Abersham ends up walking it off. Shout out Mav getting intentionally walked 3 times. Shout out to the coach from Jefferson too. He knows what he's doing. The dude hit 500 on the weekend, and he had a chance to walk it off in the 7th, and he put him on first for the 3rd time. So I text a JUCO coach that helped us with that Southeast team, and I said because he really liked Mav, and I was like, your boy Mav got intentionally walked 3 times this week. And he's like, man, love that. But anyways, good game to start off there. I really like that Jefferson lineup with Prim, and Ryan Reed looks even more physical. Landry's really been a difference maker in there for them. Dylan Verdi, Cody Britt hopped on the mound, and I think kind of gave him a chance to stay in there for that one late. But good lineup there. Had a freshman jump on the mound later in the game as well. Jackson Beasley got a start later in the week. Got Seabolt in there as well. So fun little Jefferson team, but that was a fun way to kick off the weekend for sure, on my side at least.
And big shout out to speaking on Jefferson, Eston Simpson with his early success at Clemson. Really awesome for him. Guy we were super high on for a long time, really close with, and good to see some early success. And When we get some time, we're gonna really sit in here and talk about all the 25s that are getting a chance to play early this year, because we could probably talk about it for 45 minutes or an hour, because it's been impressive to see so many of these freshmen get a chance to play on these Power Four and huge mid majors early and contribute like with success. So.
And I
It's
didn't
really
realize
another thing. I mean, Michael Sharman, kind of a throwback Georgia player here with maybe one of the coolest complete games for Clemson again this weekend with the Tigers. 78 pitches is something that's kind of unheard of for a 9-out complete game. So, shout out to Michael and the Sharmans. I love that family. So I just wanted to shoot that one out there.
Yeah, and I realized I didn't realize Tech was playing Northwestern, but which I don't know if you got to see him or not. Noah Brocklebank is in the mix for Northwestern or Northeastern.
Northwestern, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I always say that, but yeah, he was in the mix for them. He played on the first game 1 against Tech, which is cool to see. Like I said, we need to do a rundown of the.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's I feel like it's every day. I'm like go on Twitter and somebody's hitting a double or somebody's pitching in a big moment. Like Jackson Barbary's up to 100.
Kane Moy hitting 8 bombs on the year.
Yeah, shout out to Kane Moore, in the heart of that lineup for Chipola. I think he's in the 4 or the 5 hole for them, just absolutely
for the number
raking.
1 JUCO in the country.
I mean, we knew it was coming. We knew he was going to get to a JUCO and just absolutely hit tanks. We kept saying it. He kept doing it in big spots in the summer. We're like, yeah, this dude's just ready for the moment. He has that grit and like that mentality to thrive in that situation. So pretty cool to see that.
Well at Gulf Coast, they'll match up at some point here soon, I think.
It's awesome, man.
Anything Friday night stand out for you, Dugout Club, on your side?
Friday night. Oh, Bryce Fontenot pitched well. Was really
that was
just
our other game of the day.
blowing fastballs by guys in 2 different shapes. Really, however and whenever he wanted against a pretty good Vidalia lineup. 2 really good lefties at the top. There's some depth through that lineup, and he just kind of could throw the fastball up and in whenever he wanted, and like. Getting 90-92 with ride and run is not fun at any time, and he was just burning guys 2,400. Then he ripped the slider off at 79-81 with 2,800 spin. So when he gets in the groove on the mound and he's pitching with confidence, it's a scary at bat every time because he's gonna attack you with the fastball, and it's power, and he's a physical guy on the mound as well. So it's impressive to see him pitch, and I think every ball he put in play this weekend was 100 plus. Just would get in these 2 strike counts and shortened up and go backside 103 and pull side hundreds. It's just a physical presence and another guy that just remains uncommitted in this Georgia 27 group that could really just make an immediate impact for a ton of guys.
Yeah, definitely. And sticking on Vidalia, just because I just got his video posted, but Ryan Brantley had a really good game against Kell in a 2-1 game. Had a bomb as well. Funny enough, which I didn't even realize it until he got up to Lake Point in the summer, but he was at the Dublin summer event we did back, I guess 3 years ago. Maybe?
I saw that video and I didn't remember that either. We went back and looking at it this weekend.
Not even the
and
same
I'm like,
kid.
wow, man.
Yeah,
that was back early. That was the first Southern Pines event ever. That was the.
Yep. So yeah,
shout out to Trip Swords as well.
Fun little Vidalia
well.
team there. That was a good game of the day. Headed into Saturday. For me, Davis Robinson, I mentioned earlier for North Oconee, was really good. I was chasing some Tobias Bell ABs just off of Avery's intel from going to see them early in the year. 6'2", 6'3", left-handed hitting infielder for them. Finally got one. He was just missing balls pretty much every AB I saw him, and then he went dead center off the batter's eye for a triple in Game 3 finally. Who else? I was pulling up the schedule here real quick. Stevens County, man, I like it. I like it. It's a scrappy lineup. Competed against 3 really good teams, 2 really, really good teams in Harrison and North Oconee. Kind of gave, what was that night 1? Kind of gave North Oconee a run for their money, right? That was that close game, right?
Noah Strickland pitched his butt off in that one, man. Went a complete 7 innings, just came at them, a 5-3 game, gave up some hits, gave up some runs, but got big outs when he needed to a bunch of times. added 2 hits at the plate as well. Christian Hewitt. I mean, I feel like every time I looked up, he was getting a knock or he was on base.
Good at
He
short,
was
too.
doing his thing. Duke Collins, a guy we kind of heard about, Avery saw last year, so we were kind of looking at that. Just got on base and continued to hit as well. Big, long, 6-foot, big time football guy as well. At a ton of athleticism, can play short or center for them. Yeah, they really fought. I think it was Braxton Stowe. Hold on, I could be wrong there as well. Branson Stowe came through with a big bomb for them as well. They just hit. They were coming at guys all weekend. They knew they had a tough lineup. Who'd they have to face? That North Oconee, Harrison, and Peachtree Ridge. Like it's a tough matchup all weekend long. So they battled every game. Only won 1 out of 3, but the matchups were tough every time. You knew they were going to compete. Every game was close. There was no blowout. So
Yeah,
was good to
gonna
see
help
that.
them. Gonna help them later in the year, just like Troop last year or last weekend with their gauntlet of a weekend. Just helps them in the long run. Running through these, East Side, Trip Swords look good. Levi Pickett threw a no-no. Was that right? I think I
Yeah.
saw that come through. Sophomore, big righty for them. We got to see. I didn't get to lock in on him. I wanted to bear down on Walker. A lot of young guys in that lineup, mixed between Grant Addison and Jonathan Griggs. So want to get back out to see them. There's, like I said, quite a few freshmen, a couple sophomores in that lineup. Always like seeing that. Peach County looked good once again. Got to see Maynard Jackson, so that was good. No Maceo, unfortunately. He's still hurt, but Pierce Henry hit some balls really hard. Who else for them had good weeks? I think he sent Player of the Week. Fire Branch. Good to see Fire Branch. Aiden Oates. Forgot about him being in public school now. Parker Borey had a really, really big hit for me against, I guess that was Maynard. It was a really tight game. Felix Joyner looked good. Charlie Schroep kind of on both sides did it well.
I mean, going back to Perry, Jackson Thompson, 2 bombs and a double
Oh, yeah.
on the weekend.
Been swinging it really well.
Swinging it really well. Connor Langdon picking up his first start of the spring, I believe. Picked up 11 Ks over 4. So back to normal over him. Just punching guys out with the full mix. Got swing and miss with all 3 pitches he showed. Brett Camphill again. 6 doubles on the weekend. Went pull side 102. I think all 3 of us had a barrel over 98. So. It's just what he does when he gets in there. Like it's a simple approach. He just continues to hit the ball hard. He filleted one down the line in a 2-strike count for a double. Like showing a big hit tool to go along with that power. So good to see that as well. We mentioned Braden Couch, Bubba Coleman took probably maybe the best swings of the weekend from anyone. Everything off the bat was hit extremely hard. The 2-strike approach was really good. Ended the weekend with a pull side bomb, and then I think his last swing of the weekend was 1016 backside, just to cap it off. So was ready to hit always. So good to see that with them. They're going to need him. I think he's got 5 bombs in the spring already for them. So good to see Evan Brand swung it well. Brock Burris was a really interesting look there, man.
Finally got to see him.
I've been wanting to see that for a long time. Just never got a chance to. He's on the East Cobb team we don't see a ton of, but man, it's really good. 6'5", 190 pounds. So he's got a ton of bat speed. It's a compact swing. He was barreling balls up the middle. He was barreling balls backside. When he gets on the base path, he's burning. He had a big RBI triple. He's stealing bags. There's going to be some power there. Obviously, I think there's a chance for a 4-star wide receiver there. So the football options are going to continue to pour in. I've been seeing all over Twitter. He's probably got 15 or 20 D1 offers already. So good to see that. Evan Brand with a couple 2-hit games as well. Preston Bottoms looked really good. I know Avery was high on him this weekend. Really showed. I mean, he was taking hacks. Right? Yeah, he was taking some really good swings all weekend long. Was just missing, and then he caught one, and put it off the wall for a big double. Jaden Bibby looked good as well for them. Just another scrappy team as well. Caleb Narcisse. Caleb Narcisse was up 91 as well. Closed out the last day. It was a good showing. You mentioned that North Oconee though with their pitching, for them, I think they went 3-0 on the weekend. Yeah, 3-0, yeah. And Wyatt Bull threw 2 outs. Chucking, but that was the only outs they needed, and they pulled a 3-0 weekend. The bats were just so hot for that team. It was good to see that. Obviously, they got a couple tough ones coming up this week. We might try to get out to one of those as well to see them again in those big matchups early season. But yeah, good weekend at GDC, man. I mean, it's awesome to have two back-to-back weeks of awesome weather. See 40 teams in one place is like a luxury we could never ask for in the spring. So really good to see that and get a baseline on guys. Obviously, there's been a ton of movement in the Power 25 from this event the last 2 weeks, so that's been really important. Pretty cool to have those matchups in our backyard. Being able to see all these guys for face-to-face early in the spring is awesome because making connections with a ton of these guys and seeing them after not seeing them for a year is always cool.
Yeah, we always GDC every year start seeing parents and everything, and I'm like, all right, I have a ton of baseball to watch, but like left and right, I'm talking to everybody.
No, yeah, there's like no shit. Like the most I took the most concourse like videos of my life just because there's just. You're talking to people. There's so much stuff going on. We don't have the summer stamina yet to be running 8 fields at once for 4 slots in a row. I mean, I don't at least. I'm getting old now, so I've got to get back to that speed I had. But man, it was fun. I mean, I'm fired up. We're ready.
Awesome.
We got a full 5 days of baseball this week. Some region doubleheaders on Friday, which is my favorite time of the year because that really brings it out.
Late
the energy.
nights. That's
late nights, the energy, a lot of walk-offs and big time matchups there. A lot of energy from both squads, the families. It's my favorite time of year. It's region play, honestly.
For sure. Let's jump into week 4 just real quick, and then we will talk summer schedule for a sec, and then we'll announce Peach performers. Let us know if you guys like that, don't like that. We just kind of wanted something related to the podcast that was like performance-based of what we saw throughout the week. So Avery, Ian, and I all name one. We'll do one from GDC, one from week 3 this week at the very end. But yeah, thought it was kind of cool little addition. But yeah, week 4, how are we looking? We got some good region matchups on the docket. Any you want to tease early? I know tomorrow I'm jumping to Roswell versus Gainesville. Get to see. I won't throw it out for Chan. Chan shot me a starter. I won't name drop it, but won't kill those. But good region matchup to kick things off there. But anything you got your eye on?
Actually, this is my most open week right now. I'm pondering a couple different matchups. The only thing really set in stone is I'll be making a trip down Thursday to Columbus to see Brookstone and those guys. Brendan Neal, somebody that I talked to a bunch over the last couple of years, a future gamer for us, wanted to go out there and see them early. They've got a couple tough matchups with a couple Alabama schools. So doubleheaders are my favorite. More baseball, the better. So get out there and see them face 2 good competitions. I know I think they've only played 2 or 3 games so far in GIA. Thinking about going down and see Citizens Christian here in these next couple of weeks as well. So fired up about that. Trying to get the Douglas trips on the schedule, So we got a bunch of guys to see down there now. I mean, you'd think everybody just wants to go see Blake, but we got obviously Thomas Gentry and guys like Skylar Woods as well. Clay Phillips. I mean, the lineup's deep as well. They bring everybody back on that team. Gray McLean. So excited to get down and see them guys as well.
Yeah, definitely. I think pretty put together week for myself. Like I said, going to start it off Roswell versus Gainesville. Tuesday, going to North Hall, which is one of top 3 favorite place to watch a game. Pretty good atmosphere there. Awesome field for GAC. Not meaning to just triple down on GAC, but it's a fun matchup, and I haven't got to see North Hall yet, so I think I got to do that one. And then not sure Wednesday, probably maybe off Wednesday. We'll see. Thursday, really excited about this one, Mount Perrin versus Landmark Christian. Landmark Christian is kind of Avery's squad a bit. I mean, he's FaceTiming players on the field while we're driving back from Peachtree the other day, so get to see the great Jackson Lee and Taylor and all those guys. So excited for that one. Got the freshman in the lineup for Mount Perrin. I think I'm going to have a good matchup on the mound there as well. But get to see Akapov and Rylan Long, R.J. Westbrook, Cash, all those guys. So excited for that one. And then Friday's up in the air for me. We'll see. We'll have some region doubleheaders. Might have to peak Avery is dropping Hillgrove tomorrow, so he'll be out there for that one. And then, yeah, we'll piece together the rest of the week. Should have some guys pop in, maybe some other spots. A couple of the interns pop into some places. So, yeah, excited to get week 4 off and running here in less than 24 hours. All right, week 4 is in the books. As you guys have probably saw, top prospect games invites have gone out. Check spam, make sure it didn't roll into there. Request an invite. That's kind of the marquee of the summer. All roads lead to the future games from there. Gonna mix up underclass a little bit this year. Gonna do the 28s on Tuesday and the 29s on Wednesday. So we'll go workout game for the 28s and then workout game on Wednesday for the 29s. We'll have 4 fields going at once, so we'll knock that workout out really quickly and then get right into game. So that one will sell out because of the gameplay portion with positions. We don't want to get too many players on each team. So make sure you get in there for underclass. Like I said, future games invites go out hot and heavy as soon as MPI finishes, we start making decisions on that one. And then right after MPI, jumping straight into upper class, those invites have gone out as well. Uncommitted 27 event, big coach turnout for that one every year. Same thing, workout, then gameplay. Always like that one, always like getting the uncommitted guys there. We really try to build our list of that one from new names we get to see in the spring, like your Davis Robinsons of the world, guys that we didn't know about that we know about now. So want to blow that one up, get a lot of coaches there, get some eyes on you guys for that one. Yeah, outside of that, full summer schedule is posted. We are still working on one more event. We've added some events this summer, just going on Tuesdays, going to give it a shot in different parts of the state and see how they go. So we'll start up at Lake Point May 27th, and then we'll go top prospect. And then Athens, going back to Georgia on June 16th, which is awesome. Headed to Augusta, June 23rd. So all those Augusta guys will be at Augusta University on the 23rd. And then we'll be at Savannah on July 7th. Not posted yet, but we are going back to Dublin to the indoor on June 30th. And then got one more day open I think we're going to try to fill. Looking at maybe Peachtree again, or potentially Columbus. If we don't get in Columbus this summer, we're definitely going to try to get there in the preseason next year. So, yeah, summer schedule's locked in. Get in those IDs, top prospect games, guys. Always fun summertime with that schedule. So all that's on the site. Anything else housekeeping-wise? GHSA tab on our site is getting quite loaded. We got all the previews that we did. We got Scout Blog. We got Power 25, classification polls, Peach Performers, and then we got Heat Sheet that we just released last week. So that'll be arms 88 plus that we see with our eyes and our radar gun. So we'll add to that. Probably bi-weekly. We'll probably do that one. So yeah, make sure you're staying locked in all that Scout Blog. The daily roundups, those were kind of a new thing we did this year. Let us know if you guys like those. Kind of a recap of the day, highlights, key moments, standouts, that sort of thing. Anything else there? Did I miss anything?
No, I don't think so. I think you hit it all.
Okay. All right, we'll go into some Peach Performers. You want to drop yours? Or we'll drop Avery's first.
Yeah.
We'll drop Avery's. So Avery is going Maverick Chitwood from Georgia Dugout Club. 5 for 10 at the dish. How many did he strike out that game? 12?
12,
11?
I believe. Or 11 or 12, yeah. Double digits for sure.
Let's see. Just so I call it out. Struck out 13 with 20 whiffs in a CG win, 7 innings. So Avery's going Mav for his Peach Performer for GDC, and then for Week 3, he is going Lawson Sheffield from North Paulding. He was out at that game against Etowah. So that is Avery's Peach Performers for the week. Ian, what you got?
Good choices there. Yeah, I mean, for the week, I think it's hard not to choose. I mean, only a 2-game week for me, but hard not to pick AJ Rice from this one. Obviously,
Yep.
two hits at the plate, 12 strikeouts, and no hits over in a 5-inning run rule. Or no, so just 5 innings. Sorry, went 5 innings, no hit, walked 3, but struck out 12, 22 whiffs, commanded 4 pitches. Again, backside double, single for an RBI as well. So, kind of did it all. Was kind of that guy for them, and then. Touched on him earlier, my GDC Peach Performer, Braden Couch, man. It was that good. Everything he hit at the plate, again, was 90 plus as well. Just missed one at dead center for a loud extra base hit that got caught at the wall. Hopped on the mound, went 5 innings in a complete game. Just kind of showed you everything you wanted to see and a ton more polish from a guy who was only 15 years old. So, great to see that. Ton more projection in the frame there. It's, I think, 6 foot, 160 pounds as well, long legs. So, great to see that in the 2-hole in the starting lineup as well. So, I mean, in the starting rotation as well. So, easy pick for me on that one.
Yeah, like those for sure. Before I do mine, I will, which went off for, again, week 2, but Breck Hempfield. Just like quickly, 6 doubles on the week, everything 100-plus off the bat. Kind of taking the Peach State by storm from Pennsylvania, to be honest.
Yeah.
Swinging to that really well against Quality Arms. I just wanted to throw him out there. He's been lighting it up for Harrison. All right, for mine, we're gonna go Landry Bowling for Dugout Club. Hard not to pick that freshman in that moment. Huge swing there. I know they didn't get the win, but Mav got his love and Peach Performers from Avery. We'll give Landry some love. Really big swing there from the Junior Future Gamer. I think he had a couple other hits as well. And then for my week 3. Hard one between Dowdy and Lewis here, but I'm going to go Brody Lewis. I just like the way the kid plays. Like at shortstop, he's bouncy in the infield pregame. Just kind of has a little bit of, swagger almost, if that's even a cool word to say anymore. Just has a little bit of that about him. Plays the game really hard. Wants the ball or the bat in the moment. Had some really good swings there to tie it and in that game. So shout out Austin Dowdy, though, with the walk-off. Great swings from him. Really fun game all around. But, yeah, that was a fun episode. First really kind of true high school episode, I feel like. We were a bit scattered for the first 3 weeks, but we're back. We're locked in for our regular scheduled programming from now until May. So, fun episode there. Keep us posted, guys. Like I know guys are or everybody's, different people are listening, watching, whatever you may be. Keep us posted on like some ideas, different stuff you want to see.
Feedback for sure. Any feedback, we're listening.
Yeah, and it's at the end of the day, we're a jack of all trades, just talking baseball and doing a podcast. So we're not podcast experts by any means, but. Hopefully this cough will be gone by next week. Shout out Gebhardt's grandma for bringing me some cough drops after listening to me last week. I got a couple other recommendations on some cough medicine, so thank you guys there. We're almost at the end of the tunnel, but yeah. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. Episode 7. Remember,
appreciate y'all hanging out for a whole another hour back-to-back weeks of just listening to me and Huddy talk. So that's nice.
Yeah, I know. We'll get Avery if we got to send him to Starbucks. Sit in their lobby and talk baseball, we will, but we got to get him on here. All episodes are on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe there. Thank you guys that are subscribing. Our numbers are going up there. Want to get some more videos on YouTube? Not necessarily. I don't really know what yet. We just have so much content between Instagram and Twitter. I feel like we're missing on some YouTube stuff, so anybody that's on YouTube a lot, let us know what we could get going on there that would entertain you guys. Besides Black Cobra Media style videos, we don't have the bodies for that, nor the editing time. We'll let Black Cobra stick to the full game recaps. Thank you guys for listening, and we'll see you guys out of the field tomorrow.
Appreciate y'all.